Hello, everyone. If you could find a seat in the front, we'll get started. We'll get started in just a moment. Hey, everybody, if you could make your way to a seat, that would be great. We'll get started. Jason, there's one for you right in the front. All right, well, hello, everyone. I'm Doug Bennett, Director of the New York Tech Alliance, and your host for this evening, and welcome to the New York Tech Meetup. Before we get started, I have a few items that I'd like to share with you. Please know that we record our events to share with anyone unable to attend. Recordings are posted on NYTA's YouTube channel, and you can find our recordings by going to youtube.com/NYTechAlliance. For anyone joining us for the first time, the New York Tech Alliance is a nonprofit dedicated to serving and strengthening the New York tech community. And at the core of our mission is a commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yes, right? All right, give it out. Ensuring that New York's tech ecosystem remains the most diverse and dynamic in the world. We work to lower barriers and increase access to the knowledge, resources, and connections people need to grow and succeed. This year, as we produce our meetups and invite companies to demo, we're focusing on tech products and services that make a positive impact on one of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, or SDG. Through this effort, we aim to elevate and amplify awareness of these goals and the role tech can play in addressing critical challenges locally, nationally, and throughout the world. This is a focus that aligns with the mission of Civic Hall and our parent organization, the FedCap Group, all of whom are dedicated to supporting tech for the public good. If you're not familiar with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, you can learn more by visiting sdgs.un.org/goals. Thanks to our annual sponsors who help make events like this one possible. Each has a presence on our website. You can learn more about them and how they support our community by going to nytech.org/sponsors. Special thanks to the team here at Civic Hall for everything you guys do to help us deliver this event. In case you're not aware, Civic Hall occupies floors 2 through 7 of this building. It's about 85,000 square feet. And in addition to meetings and events, Civic Hall is home and host to many education partners who provide digital skills training to a wide range of people. And it also offers both individual and organizational memberships to the tech community. Civic Hall is providing individuals a free trial membership to everyone here this evening. If you'd like to take advantage of the offer, scan the QR code on the screen and submit your information. We'd love to see you more often and be part of the community here. You got that QR code? All right. Couple last items. We love and welcome support to help us produce and deliver our programming. 3 ways you can help include attend as many events as you can, become an individual or corporate member or an annual or event sponsor, or simply make a donation. You can do so by going to nytech.org/support_NYTA. And we're always curious about what's on your mind. Your opinions, your thoughts, recommendations, feedback are all welcome. You can easily do so by scanning the Jotto QR code on the screen. It's super easy. There's nothing to download, and you can provide answers in video, voice, or text. We also have a Jotto word cloud up on the side wall. Tonight's question is, what kind of tech would you like to see at future meetups? When you can, take a moment, scan the code, and let us know. Also, in a few minutes, Jotto will be demoing, so you'll get a chance to learn more about the market opportunity they're addressing and the tech that they've developed. All right. Okay, so how many of you are attending a New York meetup for the first time? All right, a lot of you. Nice, nice. So for all of you joining us for the first time, our meetups are all about the tech and the market opportunities each company is addressing. It's not about the business or revenue models. Those conversations can be had during networking time or elsewhere. So during the Q&A following each demo, please keep questions focused on the tech and the problem or opportunity it's addressing. Otherwise, you're likely to get booed, okay? All right, tonight we've collaborated with two wonderful partners, Y Center, which is a global innovation agency, and the Tech Incubator at Queens College. Unfortunately, Daria Pujara, the founder of Y Center and my co-host this evening, came down with a terrible cold and was unable to attend with us. But we certainly appreciate Daria staying home to rest and recover. Thank you, Daria. In Daria's absence, I would at least like you to know of Y Center and the wonderful work they do. Y Center is a US-based global learning, innovation, consulting, and design organization. They started their business in 2014, working on building experiential entrepreneurship programs for universities, for US universities, in partnership with organizations in Africa and India. In 2016, they expanded their work for universities in Kenya and India. In 2017, they launched an online learning program and became an official UN Sustainable Development Goals partner. To give you a sense of their brand, here's a brief video to show some of their creativity. And we need sound, guys. So we're going to go back. And that's what happens when you do things live. We're good? To learn more about Y Center and connect with Daria directly, you can visit their website at y-center.org. Okay, I am happy to share that the amazing Ying Zhu, Executive Director of Tech Incubator at Queens College, is here with us, and she'll be stepping up for Daria to welcome several of our demo lineup. Each company, by the way, will have up to 4 minutes to demo. Up to 4 minutes of audience Q&A, and a minute or two to pose and ask offer. And then following the demos, we'll invite a few people from the audience to stage or pose your own ask offer to everyone here. So you may want to give a little thought to this in case you'd like to come up at that time, okay? All right, let's see. To kick things off, we were planning to introduce Dr. Deepak Saluja, CEO of Clinibooth, as our first demoer. Unfortunately, Dr. Saluja also developed a terrible cold and cannot be here with us this evening. In his absence, I'd at least like to share that Clinibooth is an AI-powered self-service health kiosk that provides on-demand medical care, connecting patients with remote providers for fast, affordable, and accessible treatment. To learn more about Clinibooth and connect with them directly, you can go to clinibooth.com. Okay. And I am going to welcome Ying Zhu up to the mic. But before I do, I'd like you to see a little bit about Queens.
It's unbelievably amazing how we've been helping.
Life-changing for me.
It's very helpful. Off the bat, the resources that you provide for small businesses like myself.
Family of entrepreneurs
Is totally great help for my business.
I'm just so grateful for the Tech Incubator, and it is because of them that we can call ourselves Tailor Made by Pauline right now.
These are just a few of our wonderful clients here at the Tech Incubator at Queens College, and we appreciate the opportunity to be able to help them each and every day. We're also looking forward to helping more businesses grow and further our impact on the community.
Awesome. Welcome, Ying.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to extend a huge thank you to Doug for this opportunity to collaborate with the New York Tech Alliance, and to Daria from Y Center for bringing together such an incredible group of startup founders to demo here tonight. A special shout out to Doug's team at the Civic Hall. You consistently make these events such an enjoyable and welcoming experience for all of us. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Ying, and I lead the Tech Incubator at Queens College. We are a technology and innovation resource hub dedicated to empowering entrepreneurs, startup founders, and tech-driven business owners. Whether you're in the early stages of your startup journey or scaling a growing or scaling a growth stage company, we're here to connect you with the right resources, educational programs, technology support, workspace, and most importantly, a strong and supportive community. Our network of fellow entrepreneurs, mentors, and advisors is here to help you thrive, and I'd love to connect with any of you looking for support on your journey. Now let's dive into what we are all here for, celebrating innovation and bold ideas. I'm thrilled to introduce tonight's lineup of startup founders who are making waves in their industries. Our first presenter is Jason Van Anden, founder and CEO of Jotto. Jotto turns open-ended feedback into impactful engagement, actionable insights, loyalty, and revenue. Let's welcome Jason.
All right, hello everybody. Really happy to be here, and New York Tech Meetup's awesome. This is our third time presenting here. And I would say, you know, in terms of the ESG, we would be 16, number 16, justice and peace. Jotto was Jotto was created to surface voices that we don't listen to or don't even know that we don't listen to. Okay, so whoa, what happened there? That's all right. Organizations currently spend a lot of time and energy and money trying to understand their audiences. We all know this. The thing is that the way they do it is kind of nuts, right? Usually, the default is surveys and forms, which nobody likes. Asking people to fill out a survey or form is a chore, right? So nobody likes it. It's like saying, hey, I really want your feedback. Would you mind doing my dishes first? Okay. The other way in which we try to get feedback is through social listening. And with social listening, this goes on the presumption that we're still in this day and age sharing feedback online, like as our candid, most genuine selves, which we're not. qualitative feedback's the best feedback we could possibly get. And that's talking to someone one-on-one, but it's time consuming. So what Jotto does is we've made it easy for people to share feedback and for organizations to make sense of it. Oh, we lost the background. Great, okay. So if that was not yellow on white, I'd explain that all you need to do with Jotto is you scan a QR code or click a link, which you can do at any time. You know, we're sponsors here, and you can try this as part of it. You're instantly prompted with a question or a call to action, which you answer with video, voice, or text. We can redirect you anywhere, which means we can incentivize the audience with a reward or a prize or something else. And then we take that qualitative feedback and we transform it into understanding for the organization that is doing it. We're doing a lot of different activations with Jotto. A lot of them are live events or broadcast events where we can actually involve an audience that's not necessarily in the same space, and they can share feedback asynchronously. And again, you know, we make sense of the data, and this is much, much better data than you would typically get. So by making it easy for people to provide feedback, we get better quality feedback. With the AI, we're able to make sense of it and transform it instantly into understanding. We're able to do things that would typically take an organization weeks to do in like minutes. Another slide without a background. A byproduct of Jotto is the user-generated content that you end up getting as part of the videos and whatnot that people are contributing. And we have an app that allows you to you know, have a two-way communication with the audience. So for instance, New York Tech Meetup uses the Jotto app as a way to communicate with membership. And that is my presentation. It does, we can kind of, anybody's welcome to scan the code and try it as sort of an asynchronous demo, or you can try the word cloud anytime. And I will open it up to questions at this point. Yeah, thanks. Wait, you guys could hear me all right, right? Yeah, okay, good, because I don't know. All right, yes? Well, actually, that's a funny story. So what we presented was a video we made to present to the MTA. And so we entered their pitch contest last year. They have like a piloting contest, and we weren't selected. But they did ask us to do it again this year. So we're back in the mix. So we'll see what happens. Thanks, yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of things on our roadmap, and that's one of them, is to be able to kind of smartly redirect, and in which case we would be able to engage in a conversational way. Yeah, it's a great idea. It's something that's on our roadmap. Any other questions? Oh. We have a way to ingest data from outside the app, and we have a number of customers actually who don't use the front-facing app at all and just take advantage of our AI understanding engine. And so we haven't done social listening, but we're doing things like ingesting oddly forms and sometimes voicemails and things like that, emails.
Hi, thanks for coming to speak to us tonight. This actually kind of, I feel like, maybe what you just said touches on what I'm about to ask, which is I was surprised to hear that you all have a Jotto app. I am a mobile developer, and I make like a software development kit. Have you all ever considered, or maybe why did you not decide to make like a Jotto software development kit where you can take like your app and put the Jotto interface in it, and then it gets sent up to like Jotto's backend?
So it's mostly time and roadmap. That's definitely, we have a lot of interest in accessing the API, and then people could make all kinds of cool stuff with it, for sure. So it's a great idea, but yeah, it's always a limit of time and resources. Yes? So I didn't explain this before, but we're number 16 on the ESG because this was spawned out of the mobile justice technology we developed for the ACLU, which it was developed to be privacy respectful and language agnostic. So we're able to express in any language pretty much, and we can ingest up to, like, I think whatever the state of the art is. We're leveraging, you know, state of the art AI. So I think it's like, we say 140, but the list is continually growing. So yeah. Any other questions? Hello, yes.
Hi, I was just curious if you have any direct integrations with any business, you know, with any BI platforms, Tableau, Power BI, I guess Click, whatever, or is that something that's on your roadmap at all?
So we have different integrations on our roadmap, and you know, we've set up integrations from some platforms like Airtable to bring data directly in and relay it. Yeah. So, any other questions? Oh, cool. 2. All right.
So do users like self-identify when they fill out the survey, or how does that work?
Yeah, so you all I welcome you all to try it just to get a sense of this, but what's interesting is when you scan the code, we basically ask for consent, and then after that you're in. There's no registration. We don't collect any personally identifiable information unless the user volunteers it. Sometimes a customer will ask for personally identifiable information as part of the prompt, but it's always voluntary. There's nothing required. Yeah. I think there's a question over here.
Hi, so I am a current member and leader within an organization called NSBE, which is National Society of Black Engineers, where I kind of just leverage communication between professionals and students that are looking to kind of get into STEM. So I wanted to ask if you're kind of looking at the perspectives of using Jotto to kind of bridge information for individuals trying to get into STEM, to learn more about your platform and other ways you can kind of drive engagement within the community.
Yeah, of course. We should talk.
Yeah, of course. I'd love
Good
to.
Stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
Awesome.
And likewise, anybody would like to talk with me about anything, you know, I'm here, and I'd love to meet you all. So, thanks. Oh, ask. Everybody should ask me about using Jotto, because we're looking for interesting stories. So I'm here, and we're very open to interesting use cases. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, nice meeting you all.
Thank you, Jason. Next up is Reginald Sanders, founder and CEO, and Jonathan Ling, CMO of Schoolconomy. Welcome.
In high school, I asked my parents for a part-time job. Their response, no, you have a job, it's called. Now, when I got to college, it was a completely different ballgame. I had to get a part-time job. I wanted some extra things. But I saw how clearly that took away from my studies in the classroom. Every day, students are stressed about finances, things that are going on at home, when they really need to be focused on the schoolwork. So in October of 2022, I started developing a product called Schoolconomy that empowers students to earn gift cards and experiences for their good grades. My name is Renault Sanders. I'm founder and CEO of Schoolconomy. I'm here with my CMO, Jonathan Lin. If you wouldn't mind, stand up for the people so they can see you. Matter of fact, come up here so they can see you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jonathan Lin. I'm the co-founder and CMO of Schoolconomy, and we're here to change the way students learn.
Absolutely. So Jonathan, remember this face. He runs everything out of our tech incubator at Queens College location. I'm based in Atlanta, so anything that goes on in the Northeast is gonna go through Jonathan, so get acquainted with him. Now, the big problem that students are seeing is because they don't have that opportunity to really focus in the classroom, they're being stressed out about the finances. This leads to that high level of cortisol, which turns into missing more moments of instructional time, stepping away, trying to have fun, peer pressure, and those things are separating them from their opportunities of seeing success in the real world. Now, we built a platform that's for the 35 million high school and college students throughout the US. We've seen a huge opportunity in this because students have over and over told us that we want gift cards, we want rewards. And companies over and over and over have been telling us we're looking for new ways to engage with Gen Z. And we've created that. Over the past 2.5 years, we've been able to amass over 15,000 users, distributed $1,000 of redeemable rewards. We've partnered with some of the biggest companies like Macy's, the NBA G League. Our primary focus right now is focusing in on the geographies of Queens, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, and Dallas, Texas. The way our platform works, students have the opportunity to upload their grades. They can also take quizzes on social and emotional learning initiatives and financial literacy initiatives. This way we're producing better life outcomes across the board. This is what we're here for. And of course it has the fun element of redeeming a gift card or two. And that really reels students in, keeps them motivated, keeps them focused. I've heard stories from students as young as 6th grade saying, I want to help my mom pay rent. So this is a way that they can make an economic impact by focusing on what they need to focus on in the classroom. Like I said, we've amassed over 15,000 users, over 30,000 grades have been uploaded, and we're continuing to blossom. Our next focus is launching version 3.0 and expanding to 50,000 student users. Does anybody have any questions at this point? I see you in the back left. Thank you, sir, thank you. That has definitely crossed my mind. I'm a gritty startup founder, so I've sent out a couple LinkedIn messages and emails to the fine folks over at Khan Academy, and we'd love to have that conversation. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am, and I see you.
Can you take the mic, please?
Hi, is that better? Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
we're good.
You spoke about your partnerships with Macy's and the MBA. Can you tell us a little bit about how the logistics of that, how that works and how that benefits teachers or students?
Yes, absolutely. So I'll speak to the NBA G League first. Out in Dallas, Texas, we collaborated with the Texas Legends. They're the NBA G League affiliate of the Dallas Mavericks. We were able to collaborate with them on their community impact initiatives and reaching the students in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So what we were able to do is integrate a system where students can upload. We geo-target that advertisement so students in the DFW can take advantage of redeeming those tickets and going out and experiencing those games. Now, with Macy's, I know Macy's is headquartered here in the amazing city of New York. We partnered with the Macy's at Lenox Square in Atlanta, and we did an amazing springtime event with them where they were able to launch their new season of spring apparel with polo. We also were able to facilitate gift cards to the students that arrived to that event. One thing that we're able to do within our system is give those students side quests where they can come out to informational, fun events like that and still earn additional points through our platform by showing proof that they arrived. Yes, ma'am? Oh, I'll make it easy. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do it like this.
Fine. I really do think this is a great technology in general. I think that's really cool. But have you considered maybe like some integration for those that might be homeschooled or in a different type of learning community?
Yes, absolutely. So we've been able to be utilized in a few different ways. Homeschool students have been able to use us. Private school students have been able to utilize our platform also. We go directly to the student, and we also sell a software as a service to those different entities. But for the most part, we're directly to the student. We didn't want to have that moat of getting a school district to decide on using us when a student can just find about us from their friends and go sign up for the platform and get started today. So we've seen the best distribution just by going straight through social media.
Sure that the students aren't just like erroneously upgrading the wrong grades? Like, is it plugged into the APIs somehow of the grade system?
So a little mix of both. We use OCR technology to pull primary data points from the front end of the upload. Once it passes that first sift through, then we use real live people to look through all 30,000 of those uploaded grades. The benefit of this, it prepares us as we prepare to scale so that we see ways that you try to cheat, ways that you try to get around the system. Also, the uniformity of different cities, different states, and the way that they show their progress reports and the way that they show their transcripts and things of that nature. So it's really given us a robust data set for us to work with. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Primarily, my ask today is check out our website, check out our social media. We're building community, and we'd love to have you a part of it, whether that be a business, school entity, or an individual student or parent. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Renaud. Next up, please welcome Jay Fang, co-founder and CEO of Kells. Kells is an AI-powered dental benefits platform designed to make oral care more accessible, affordable, and personalized. Please welcome Jay Fang.
Hello. Thank you so much for the introduction, Ian, and I'm thrilled to be here tonight, and thank you, Doug and Civic Hall for having me. I hope you're having a great time so far. So why Kells? Why dental? I was born and raised in China and moved in the US a few years back, and dental care experience has always been frustrating for me. And every time I need to see a dentist to set up an appointment just to get a checkup, I have to wait for a few weeks, sometimes even a month. I have absolutely no idea what to expect coming into the dental chair, what I need, how much it will cost me. And worst to the point is that even if I have insurance, I still have to pay significant amount of out-of-pocket cost, up to 50%, to cover my major dental procedures. So it turns out the dental care experience we have today hasn't really changed for decades. It's inconvenient, not transparent, and expensive. And these challenges has created a bigger problem in existing care gap, productivity loss, and high care cost, which our employers, government, and us collectively are paying every single year. So I came from a background of technology and product, used to work at Amazon, actually got my PhD in AI here at Columbia University. My team has a rich experience in dentistry and business, so we decided a few years back we have to come together and do something to change that. And this is why we built Kells. So Kells is a modern dental benefit solution powered by AI combining digital first care and the in-person care seamlessly. With Kells, it's like having your own dental team in the pocket 24/7 to help you detect issues early, provide care recommendations, get estimate on cost, and answer your questions so you can make the most informed decision moving forward. Now, let me give you a few ideas on what the digital service we provide can do for you. Say you have a question about the dental concern or about your insurance. Instead of calling the practice or calling the insurance company, you can chat with our AI agent and get an accurate answer in real time. Let's say you want to know what to expect in your next dental visit. You can get a virtual checkup at home within 5 minutes with Kells. Now let's say you have a complicated procedure you have to decide on. You can get an online second opinion from Kells by just submitting your x-rays to us. Within 24 hours, you get a report to verify that decision. Now, of course, we don't stop just at the digital level. We also provide a nationwide provider network offering up to 70% discount to cover all your major dental procedures, including cosmetic, so you can have cost-effective process throughout the entire experience. So in a nutshell, Kells is a one-stop shop for your dental needs, leveraging industry-leading virtual care services and a cost-effective in-person network. And with Kells, it's convenient, transparent, and affordable. And I'm super excited to see we have been working with multiple businesses, communities, and individuals to transform their dental care experiences and to make positive impact for their oral health. So because of time, I'm not able to give you a full demo of the platform. It's very rich, but here I want to show you how the virtual checkup demo works. It's one of the most popular services on the platform. So very simply, you would take 5 pictures of your teeth and mouth using under guided instructions. After that, you submit the photos to us for analysis. Our proprietary AI and the remote dental team will review your case and generate a digital oral health report. I guarantee you, you haven't seen something like that before. And from the report, you will get all the transparent informations and the recommendations about what to do next. That's it. And I will have a booth there. I'm happy to show you how the report works in detail and overall what the platform does. Thank you. I'll switch back, and if you have any questions, happy to answer.
Thank you. So, of course, this is new. How will it check for, like, if you need a root canal, if you have, cavities? How will the virtual checkup be able to ascertain that?
How well?
How will it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the tech we build is using computer vision, and we have tens of thousands of examples of people having different conditions. So the model learns from these conditions and identify the suspicious areas. And on top of that, we have human dentists to verify the results before we send out the report. So we have done an internal reader study. Our accuracy of the evaluation, even done virtually with the photo, on par with human manually looking into your mouth, let's say in the dental chair. So it's very accurate.
Wow.
And providers are excited. Our members are very excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Is there a membership fee?
Yes. So we have different tier of services based on the functionality and the benefits level we provide. But it's kind of one of the offer I have is everyone can sign up as a Kells member for free, which you have access to actually most of the basic features and the free checkup, so you can get a feel of it. We mostly serve business clients, so when they come in, we would provide a paid tier for all their employees, and we'll enroll all the employees into the benefit platform. Please.
What about using like a genetic, like 23andMe, to make predictive, like assessments, like proactive stuff?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. So there have been similar services about like saliva test and others. So I see that as a complementary information, right? For us as a platform, we can integrate that, but the way we're doing it is much more kind of direct, as we can actually pinpoint which tools has issues that you can look into. With the alternative methods, it doesn't give you the accuracy and precision on that.
I was saying using the data that you're collecting and correlating that basically with 23andMe or whatever the case may be to make better associations with that stuff.
Yes, it's a key point. So I want to point out, usually you just think about oral health as about teeth, but actually it connects to your overall well-being. So that's a great point. Like if we can integrate multitude of data points, we can actually create predictions on your downstream risk, right? Not just about your oral health, but also diabetes and the chronic conditions, other things like that. So absolutely.
Has it been challenging to deal with, over here?
Oh, I'm sorry, so bright here.
Has it been challenging to deal with the privacy and security issues around health data?
Yeah, that's a great question. Obviously, we do collect, for the nature of the business, we do collect some PHI. So we take it very seriously. We basically follow all the industry kind of standard to make sure your data is highly protected. And we'll always ask a minimal amount of information. If we don't need that, we're not going to ask it for you. So to give you an example, we have been working with enterprise and large insurance companies, which have gone through a very thorough security evaluation. So we're confident that your data is in a very secure manner. Appreciate the question.
Hi. When you get the second opinion, like you go to see the dentist in person, does it directly provide the information that it collected to that dentist, or are they required to reevaluate the situation and make their own opinion?
So it's a good question. So the second opinion service basically acts as a verification, right? So typically people come to us with a proposed treatment plan and x-rays from the office and say, hey, do I actually need a root canal here? Do I actually need to fill this cavity? So we take that records and provide our own unbiased evaluation and basically provide necessary work you need to do. So typically we can help them confirm the necessary work if they're not confident, but also if that's really not necessary at this very point, we're gonna just tell the members that and they can make the decision on their own. Thank you. So, yes, I do have a quick ask. Let's see. Oh, wait, where's my slide? Oh, the slide may not be there, but oh, that's fine. So my ask is very simple. So our website is called Get Kells. So I hope you can get Kells today to become a member for free, as I mentioned before. Also, I actually have a coupon code that can upgrade you for 1 month of free of full membership. You have access to all the premium features, including second opinion if you need it. And my ask is similar to the previous company that we're actively looking to expand and spread the word about this platform. So we're mainly looking for introduction and connections to businesses, universities, communities, and we can help them, improve their dental benefit solutions. At the same time, we have a very generous commission structure, so we can pass some of that revenue back to you for your effort. So check us out on the website and find me there in the booth. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jay. Next up, we have Philip Park, founder and CEO of SuperTA. SuperTA is an education-specific bot platform that streamlines classroom preparation for educators and offers a marketplace where they can create, train, deploy, market, and sell their own AI bots. Welcome, Philip.
It's quite intimidating following up a PhD in AI. We are in the AI space, but it's not a PhD. So basically, teachers spend 10+ hours preparing their classrooms outside of the class. We're talking about differentiated activities, lesson planning, exam preparation. It's quite tedious. SuperTA is an education bot specifically pre-processed, trained, and set up so educators can use it specifically for their classrooms. But that's not good enough. What we offer is the ability for teachers to train their GPTs off of our GPT. Think of it as a branch. Once they're able to train it, they might not need SuperTA, but what they do need to do is to learn how to craft their AI. We're gonna set that up for them. We'll handle the implementation of the AI, but they can sell it in a C2C marketplace. Meet Netty, our EduBot. This is an ambitious project to create the most education-specific AI bot, which embodies teacher-centric design and intuition. Think ease of use. Think, oh, I get it. This really relates to me. I'm speaking as teachers. Hopefully that's what they say. What is the plan? I'm only a developer. I'm only an engineer. I don't know what teachers really want. But what I can create is a grassroots movement where they can learn how to do this. We are gonna give that ability. The ability to train AIs specific for education that they can deploy, and then other teachers can see what they do, test it, and then they obviously can sell it. So how did I get here? Well, I'm happy to announce I just finished the MVP this week. So I would be so happy if you guys test it out. So we got SuperTA, and then eventually what I would like to do is to make this a collaborative effort. Developers and educators working together. An open source project. Because like I said, I'm only an engineer. I don't know what teachers specifically want. But that's not good enough. Now, it's not included in this slide deck, but what we're creating is think about user prompts. Think about outputs and inputs. I'm engaging with the bot. I got a great prompt. I got a great output. What if you can transform that prompt into a standardized worksheet? A worksheet that could be deployed to the cloud, a worksheet that could be printed out as a PDF. So that's the ambitious next step for our 2.0, which I'm working on, I guess, starting today. This is the team. So I'm the CEO. I'm an engineer. And Tanjanal, he also engineers it. I work on the front end and the AI. He works a little bit on the AI as well as the back end. And hopefully Netty, the EduBot, will be something that all teachers engage with in the future. Thank you. I'm open for any questions.
Hi. So as a former TA at Stony Brook University, I understand that preparation can be very tedious. So I know you did kind of speak about the aspect of educators being able to customize data specifically for the lesson plans, but could you go more into that and how like a student teacher in my position will be able to kind of import some information specific for the class and how you guys work around that?
That is a great question. So basically what we're gonna do is we have the capability to upload PDFs. And so teachers, they have their own unique set of PDFs that they've created, and that's where I think it's gonna be the great differentiator, because your content is gonna be different than someone else's. But you just have to learn how to craft the AI. And it's actually quite simple. So we use Amazon Nova, and one thing that I've been considering is as we get more funding, I would like to upgrade the model. But for now, it's about efficiency, it's about cost, making sure that it works well. Ultimately, what I would like to do in the future is have these teachers upload their work, craft these GPTs, and then see what's created from that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. So I'm wondering if teachers are able to pull from like a standardized set of textbooks, or we all read the same books in high school, whatever it might be. Are they able to pull from that content as well, or are they required to upload the PDFs and pull from their own content?
That's a great point. That's exactly what we're working on, is trying to figure out the corpus, which is basically the content grounding we need for this education-specific bot. We've already started the process, but again, this is why we need teachers, because am I pulling in the right material? Am I focused on the right things? So it's kind of symbiotic. The teachers are going to benefit from it, from using it, but we on the dev team, myself and Tanjanal, we're going to learn a lot from this process, and we can kind of grow together.
Amazing. And another follow-up question. Obviously, you just finished your MVP, so with a grain of salt. Are teachers, or are you hoping that teachers are able to collaborate? So let's say my English class is working on a specific book, but another English class is also reading that book. And are the teachers allowed to share,
That's another great point. I had the Dean of Education for Queens College sort of talk about that. And so that was a few months back. So the idea came about in the spring. We didn't start developing it in September, but I would love that sort of collaboration amongst teachers where they could share their GPTs. But again, I respect educators so much. And the thing is, they just need a little bit of understanding of how to prompt and train the models, and we can provide that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hi. I'm over here in the middle. It's okay. You don't see me right now.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. You spoke about creating or allowing teachers to sell their models or their work. Does that mean that you're also creating a marketplace, or how else would they be
Yes.
selling it? And if so, what does that marketplace look like?
So this is like my pride and joy, because this is prior to, like the whole idea of those deliverables, prompts that become worksheets. I want them to create avatars, their own description, and obviously to test it out. So the marketplace would be a marketplace for these GPTs that they can use. So an example I like to use is Teachers Pay Teachers. If anyone knows that platform, it's basically that, but with AI. Hi.
Do you see this as applicable from elementary school all the way up through post-grad?
That is another great question. We're focused on kindergarten to 8th grade. One thing that we realized is when we're creating these worksheets, border design, clip art, great visuals is really important for kindergarten to 8th graders. And so in the future, like high schoolers, it might be different templates and a different form of standardization. So right now we're focused on K to 8th.
How are you working with like cutting down on hallucinations, like LLMs hallucinate? So, and like the teachers, you're basically giving them the power to teach way more students. How are you also giving them the power to like screen the responses and interactions for truth?
That's a good question. So we're using a model from Amazon Bedrock called Nova. So I'm at the mercy of them. Hopefully in the future, once we get funding, once it grows, I can train my own models. So I can control it even more like in a granular fashion. As of now, we have a small set of beta testers, and so it's easy to check, but that's gonna be something that we have to address. Thank you. My ask is for beta testers as well as those in the education space that want to give it a shot. I would love to demo it, in a school, in different schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Philip. And now let's give a big welcome to our final presenters of the evening. Jedediah Weller, CEO of Startup Wars, and his lead instructional designer, Moises Ramirez. Welcome.
Awesome. Let's see here. Is this the right clicker, I take it? Yeah? Okay, cool. Awesome. Hey, everyone. So my name is Jotto Weller. I'm here with Startup Wars, a simulation platform for entrepreneurship education. Great to be here. Quick show of hands. How many people are interested in the startup industry? All right. Basically everyone. Good. Well, guess what? You guys are not alone. Oh, presentation's on this side. So you're not alone, right? There are 582 million entrepreneurs worldwide, and every year, millions of students go to college and they say, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be just like you, right? But there's a problem. In entrepreneurship education, unlike every other discipline, when a student comes in, they're given a textbook, they're given a couple of case studies, and they're expected to learn how to create their own business and everything that goes with it. And for my friends who have created their own business, nodding their head, you know that there's a problem there, right? Learning entrepreneurship requires experience. And that is the problem that we are solving. There's a huge gap between theory and practice. In entrepreneurship education, unlike every other discipline, math, science, art, there's no way for you to take what's being taught in class and apply it right then and there. Think about a restaurant, for instance, or a food truck. You know, how are you going to take what's being taught in class and are you going to go create your own food truck right there? You can't do that in a single semester. There's no way, right? And so that's the problem that we're solving. We are not the only people who think it's a problem. Over the past 5 years, we've worked with over 5,000 instructors and students from, at this point, close to 100 universities, and we've developed a solution. Let's see if the video plays. It does. Introducing Startup Wars. So Startup Wars is a simulation platform that provides these experiential journeys where students can go through and they can do everything that we do as founders in real life. They hire, they fire, they create the products, they go to market, they go through customer discovery. Everything that we actually do. They also go bankrupt every now and then, right? And that's part of the actual journey, and it's an important part because we learn through failure and we learn through experience. So, let's see if I can skip to the next one. Now, we don't just provide one simulation. Like back when I was in college, there was this thing called Mike's Bikes. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of it, where basically everyone learns how to create a bike store. But how many people here have ever wanted to create a bike store? Hey, we got one. Okay, cool. 1 out of 100. So that's accurate, right? And what that means is that students who are coming into class, they're not getting personalized learning. They're getting this aggregated learning where everyone learns the same business model, but it's not relevant to their own skill set, right? And so we change that. We also have introduced the ability to localize this learning. So last year we started going international, and we have a lot of customers internationally as well who don't want to learn about how to create a US company. They want to create a company in Chile, or in Mexico, or in Canada, or in New Zealand, which is our furthest customer. It's been pretty amazing. And so we can localize all of the content, and instructors can actually localize it, and they can customize that content to their students and to their needs. The other thing that's very important is not every business is the same, right? A restaurant versus a food truck versus a tech company versus a sustainable business, whatever it may be, they're all different business models. And so what our platform allows students to do and educators to do is to actually self-select the simulations that apply to them. So instead of the instructor saying, everyone learns how to create a bike store, the instructor says, here's an open assignment. You choose the simulation that matches your personal interests, and that makes a big difference. Our ask is quite simple. Connect us with entrepreneurship educators. So we're now in over 100 universities and high school in the US alone. We just expanded internationally, which has been fantastic. And we really believe in entrepreneurship education. I don't want people to go through what I went through in my first business, which is basically going bankrupt, sleeping in the basement, and renting out my house so I could, afford, ramen noodles, basically. I want people to experience that ahead of the game, okay? And so that's what this is all about. So with that said, this is a little bit about our team. You can ask about it later. This is me. You can ask about it later. And that is Startup Wars. Thank you all so much. Okay, questions? Yes. And I can repeat the question too if it helps.
You spoke about localization. I'm super curious. What's the difference between a simulation in the US versus a simulation in Argentina, let's say?
Sure, sure. Mo, do you want to answer this question? This is my colleague Mo Ramirez, by the way. So he's our lead instructional designer, and he's on the education side. So I'm going to let him.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, that's a very interesting question. So aside from the economical differences, like the currency, the tax structures, I don't know if everyone knows about this, but in the U.S., most states have at-will employment, right? In other countries, employees have certain rights where they can't just be fired for any reason or at any time. There have to be some kind of justifiable reason. So those are the things that matter, like those small details, and not just the economical part, but the laws, like the tax structures, everything that we don't really think about at the beginning, but that do matter in certain contexts.
And I'll even add to that and say that one of the new things that we're adding to the platform is we're allowing instructors to actually start creating their own simulations with additional content. Like for instance, let's say we do create a food truck, right? Well, here in New York, what would we sell? Maybe like some hot dogs, some kebabs, I don't know, something, right? Well, maybe in Argentina, a food truck would sell different products at different price points. So we want our instructors to be able to customize all of that because we don't know the best way to teach entrepreneurship. It's our job to provide a platform so instructors can teach it more effectively. Yeah, thank you. Great question. See one over there? It really is bright up here.
So are the scenarios in your simulation predetermined or are they dynamic?
That's a great question. Whew, that is a great question. A little bit of both, okay? So they are, each of the core simulations is a type of business model, and that aspect of it is predetermined. So for instance, we have a technology company in there, right? It's a SaaS product or a series of SaaS products. And so in that, a student would go through, they would read their profit and loss statement. They would, focus on the product development, and the pricing structure and that kind of thing, okay? That structure is predetermined. However, the decisions that they make in it are completely up to them. And there are tens of thousands of possible outcomes that they can achieve based upon their decisions. It's getting to the point now, especially thanks to AI, because we're starting to implement AI into it, where we don't even know what the outcome is going to be, which is great because that's kind of like real life. We build the system, right? Our economic system in which we all work and operate, and it's up to the founder to make decisions and to pivot, to the market and to make their startup succeed. So a little bit of both.
Thank you.
Yeah, great questions. What else you got?
Companies and have positive feedback and experiences.
Yes. So the question was, have we seen students, who've used the platform go on to create companies? Absolutely, yes, we have. We can't track it because we can't track student data officially, but when students come back to us and say, hey, we used Startup Wars in class and that was like super helpful, to prep, then that's the data we have. So we don't have like aggregated data, but we do have multiple stories of that happening, which is awesome.
Hi, I'm way in the back.
Oh, hey, way in the back.
Hi. At this point, simulation games are very popular on platforms like Steam, Good Old Games, many other platforms, and I can think of how at various points is partnering with various VTubers. Some of them have just absolutely exploded, especially with the ones that try to break down the simulation, figure out all the ways to exploit it, that kind of thing. Are you interested, or have you built out the technology where you could, if you wanted to, release this on platforms like Steam and thereby get more eyeballs, get more ideas? I not want to ask about your business plan, but get more revenue, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so we absolutely have. Ironically enough, we actually built Startup Wars as a consumer product first. It was actually going to be a mobile game. Can I go backwards? I could probably go backwards, right? Let's see. Maybe. Let's see. How far can I go? Yeah, okay. Let's see if this will play again. Boop. Okay, so this left side here, you see how it kind of looks like a mobile phone? That's because it was a mobile app. All right, and so we were building it. We were maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 months into building it as a consumer product, and then all of a sudden COVID hit. And so all of a sudden we had all these educators reaching out to us saying, hey, Jedi, can we use that Startup Wars thing in class? Because our students are falling asleep on Zoom, right? And we said, well, I don't know if we can use it. We could try. And so we pivoted into it. The educators absolutely loved it. The students absolutely loved it. Turns out that this industry has not been innovated in 20 years, right? So most of the all the simulations on the market, they all look like an Excel sheet on the web, right? And I heard a lot of people say yes. I did not pay them to say yes. That was natural, I want you all to know. So yeah, it was a fantastic kind of, I don't know, like coincidence, right? And then we do intend to go back to a consumer market eventually, but you know, we basically had to do all these pivots in order to meet like public school requirements, high school requirements for like the technology, you know, like how it's accessed, you know, student data, that kind of thing. So now we have a brand that was actually originally supposed to be for consumer. Now it's very well known for startup education and business education. And now we're debating, okay, do we launch the consumer version as the same product, or do we do it as a different brand? And so we haven't answered that question yet, but yeah, we do intend to go to consumer. Very long way of answering that question. But yeah, well, you got right here.
Similar to this in my undergrad, right?
You took a course, you said?
A course similar to this. So I'm just reviewing my notes from the class too. So
cool.
we used a simulation tool. It was called Lean Launchpad.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're familiar with it, but like, how do you differentiate? I definitely see the difference as someone that's like physically used it. But how would you describe your how you set yourself away from the competition like Launchpad?
Sure. So most of those are going to be focused on kind of like the business calculations. Is that kind of what it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
sort of like that too, and just like in general, just like kind of giving like I guess like the business model or nothing too crazy about the financials. So I think this is more like integrating that realistic aspect to it, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So there's 3 core components that differentiate us. The first is going to be just in the user experience. So we had one of the instructors from Temple University in Philly. He had the best quote ever, and his name was Curtis Gregory. He said, "It takes my students about 8 hours to learn how to use, I think it's CapSim, which is one of the other business simulations, for 3 hours of gameplay," right? And so we built as a consumer product, so user experience and like having everyone be self-onboarded was one of the first things. Most of our instructors, to be honest, have never played through a full simulation, right? It's that easy to use from the student perspective, right? And so that was a huge differentiator. The second differentiator is in terms of the content itself, right? So all the simulations that are on the market, they're single sims, which means that the creators, they've said, okay, this is what you're supposed to learn and how you're supposed to learn it, and it's super regimented. We built the platform saying, we don't know how you're going to teach it. And thank God we did, because what we found is that every teacher teaches completely different, right? And so we built this as a platform for simulation creation, okay? And so, you know, both the students and the educators, they can go in at any time and they can say, hey, you know, like I'm going to customize it to my personal needs, or I'm going to customize it to my students' needs, you know, that kind of thing. And our ultimate goal, which is like the third piece, which is coming hopefully next year, you know, knock on wood, development, R&D cycles, is we're actually going to be releasing it where instructors can actually sell their own simulations through the platform. So, you know, and whoever asked, I think it was you who asked about like Khan Academy earlier, or Udemy or something, or someone was over here, yeah, or the back. I can't see anything, but yeah, similar type of thing, right? You know, instructors spend a lot of time creating their own content, creating their course materials, but they're very limited on what they can do from a technology side. You know, if you're seeing like a educator-created simulation, it's typically going to be, again, an Excel sheet, right? And it's just because, you know, we've invested millions of dollars into building this. That's how much it costs to build commercial, you know, like AAA games and that kind of thing. So our goal is to make those capabilities, you know, better suited and more available to our educators. Okay. Do we have one more? Okay. Cool. Thank you all. And, oh yeah, the ask, right? Yeah, so the ask is obviously to please connect us with any educators you know who teach business or entrepreneurship, high school or college, doesn't matter, we're in both. And if you guys would like a demo, we do have live demos in the back that Mo Ramirez, he will be giving. So yeah, thank you all. Appreciate it.
Okay, big round of applause for these guys. Great job, guys. We appreciate it. Remember, each has a table in the back of the room, so you can meet up with them afterwards and learn more. This is the part of the program where we'd like to invite people up to the stage with their own ask offer, or anyone would like to come up and. Okay, we've got a shore over here. Okay, come on up.
Hi, everybody. So I want to say those were amazing presentations and amazing companies. Good luck to everybody. Seriously fabulous. So, I didn't even have to stress first about this. So I create games for healing and connection. I've been a therapist for 40 years, and I started my company because people have no way to really understand themselves, each other, connect deeply in ways that move them forward in their lives. There are a lot of people suffering. So I have 11 games in the market, very specialized. I have prison reentry, veteran reintegration, gang life, on and on. But my first game, my first baby, is the Keep It Real inclusion game. This is in over 1,000 colleges, hundreds of high schools, and boys and girls clubs and youth programs. And it really helps people to really understand themselves very deeply and other people. So I had the idea a few weeks ago after leaving Indiana University, working with 250 students, and them talking about their severe social anxiety, their panic, their isolation, especially with what's happening in the world now, to start Keep It Real. I can't call it inclusion because that word's banned. So Keep It Real connection clubs, also the diversity and inclusion offices have been taken out of all the public universities, and they're now being disarmed also in the private universities. So as a solution, I'm looking to start, and this is a brand new initiative, Keep It Real clubs where young people can come together, have very deep, meaningful conversations that bond them, that make them feel connected and cared for, where they can really express themselves. So I have a website launching this week. I have 3 clubs starting at Indiana University, some other schools. It's brand new. Anybody who's any interested in getting involved in any way, please talk to me during the networking. And thank you for the opportunity.
Awesome. Who's next? George. Oh, you've got your own. Nice. You come with your own mic.
Good evening, everyone. My name is George Petroccioni. I'm a computer consultant. I am right now looking for work again. I'm looking for people that need a help desk, or they're looking for someone to take care of their computers or take care of their computer network. And I'll be in the back if anybody else. I'm also looking to connect with salespeople that are interested in tech, because I need a partner. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, George. We've got one. Come on up.
Hi, everyone. Hi. So this is my second time here at this event, and I'd like to say thank you today for encouraging me to come up here. So I'm Michael Lyomi. I'm a software engineer and a freelancer. So I'd like to ask if there are any individuals or businesses that would need maybe websites or web applications, a new one, or trying to improve their existing website or application. So I work in full stack development. Since I got to New York last year, I've been trying to find opportunities to help people build their businesses and improve their online presence. So I'm trying to offer my services to anyone that needs it. So just reach out to me. I'll be around for a while, at least until we close. Okay, so thank you.
Come on up, Leslie. Yes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Leslie Rodriguez, and I help founders find more runway via IRS tax credits. So if you're a founder and you need, I see people perking up. If you're a founder and you need more runway and you would not like to give up any dilution or any equity in your company, think of the IRS. I'll be around.
Thank you, Leslie. Oh, here we go.
Hi, my name is Sharifa Atkins, and I am tech adjacent. I'm a recruiter, and I help startups scale their teams. So if you are at the stage where you need to scale people, please see me. I'll be in the back. It's Evers Advising, and we focus on culture aligned with innovation. So maybe not inclusion, but I believe in inclusion. But really culture to align to innovation. And I am looking for a full stack developer. Where was he? Come see me in the back. Thank you.
Match made in heaven. Come on up. Come on.
Hi, I'm Felix Wilking. I'm a master's in CS, working on my master's degree, systems programming, C++. I really want to get into a startup with small startup, 1 or 2 people. I really like the high intensity workflow, wearing different hats, all that sort of stuff, and creative thinking, outside the box stuff. So that's me. Let me know if you know anybody or if you are someone.
Awesome, thank you. Hey, Maxwell.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Do we have any federal workers here? Anyone that works in the federal government? 0. All right. So my name is Maxwell, and I have a startup called 47 Powders. And basically, this is a reference application that has been developed to track presidential official actions, including executive orders, proclamations, and everything that affects every department. Basically, this is an application that can help federal workers and immigrant society and almost everyone to track what policy areas has the president issued new order to affect. So the app initially tracks 3 key areas. That is the executive actions, immigration, and the trade wars that is about to kick off. So if you're a federal worker, if you're you know people in the immigrant society, if you have a business that gets affected by the tariffs, everything that gets affected by government activities, you download 47 Powders, and it gives you an interactive way to kind of filter out all executive orders, proclamations, notices, memorandums that affects you. And there are systems in it that will make it translatable into foreign languages. This is a very creative application for foreign businesses to understand the trade wars that is about to happen. There's a mapping system that is going to track the trade wars and how countries reciprocate tariffs. There is a deportation systems that uses data from key metric Homeland Security data that helps you track how many repatriations happen per month, per year, per country. So initially, these are the 3 major areas, and I'll be very happy. Right now, there's a bad news, there's a good news. The bad news is it's available for only iOS users, and the good news is it's only available for iOS users. so I'd love for everyone to download if you are in a federal office or you know someone and you want to know what executive orders establishes the Department of Government Efficiency. What are the things that it empowers them to do? What exactly is it? These are the platforms that helps you to filter through all these presidential actions to help you understand going forward into the future. And I think it's a great application. If you download it, share it with your friend, and leave feedbacks in the App Store, or in the next few versions, you'll be able to actually click a button and put your feedback into it. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Hello, everybody. My name is Asasu, born and raised here in Queens. I'm a recent web development graduate. I've been working as a software developer freelancing since I graduated last fall. So I work in front end and also full stack development. So if anybody's looking for a website, launching a business or anything like that, I also have a background in digital marketing as well. Reach out to me. I'll be around in the area. My name is on most social media, so sasu.io. I'll be around. So yeah, if you need a website built, especially front end, just reach out to me.
Thanks. Okay, last one. Come on up.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm Aris from the Global Climate Innovation Coalition. So we're a nonprofit, non-government organization headquartered in New York. We're actually focusing on SDG education. So if you want to partner with us for like climate education or any youth empowerment related programs, feel free to reach out to me after this event. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thanks, Iris. Okay, so to wrap things up, I just want to share that our next meetup is on Monday, April 14. We'll be partnering with the New York Economic Development Corporation and several organizations in the gaming industry. We'll be sharing details and opening up registration soon, so we hope to see you there. And with that, that ends things for tonight. Thanks for coming. Go and network, eat, drink, and happy networking, okay? Glad to see you.